Good morning, Cypress Village residents, and welcome to Virtual Coffee Chat. My name's Ty Morgan, Executive Director, and we are so happy that you are all tuned in today. We appreciate your viewership very, very much. Today is Friday, October 20th, and we have a lot of information we're going to share with the village. So again, thank you all for tuning in, and I will wrap it up as usual with some last ending updates. Enjoy.
All right. Good morning, villagers. Ashley Miller here, your Director of Resident Services. I hope you all have had a very blessed week. A few updates from the Wellness Center. Guardian Pharmacy will be in the Wellness Center Monday and Wednesday from 9 to 12. The medication cycle for Wednesday, October 25th, will be Tower A and the houses. Life Transitions Group will be on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. in A6 with Dr. Connie Williams. Breakfast and BPs will be sponsored this week by Concierge Care Home Health. Come down and get your blood pressure taken from 10:30 to 12 and grab some delicious, healthy snacks to go. Our new wellness clinic is fully renovated and up and running. Our providers have had the opportunity to see residents this week in our new exam rooms, and we would love to hear your feedback. There are still a few details to finalize. All in all, we could not be more thrilled with the space. And a daily dose of wellness, smile often. Smiling boosts your physical and mental health. Find ways to smile as often as you can throughout your day. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you around the village.
Good morning, Cypress Village. Welcome to another edition of Coffee Chat. I just want to start off with, I want to clear something real quick because there's been a couple of confusions when it comes to the boxes in the trash rooms. I do want to say that our residents are very much welcome to leave the boxes in the trash rooms. I think there was a little bit of confusion with that. I do not expect my residents to take them all the way down to the trash down here or the recycling bins or anything like that. You guys, please leave them in the trash room. My team will come by and remove these boxes from there and then take them to the right areas. Now, the purpose of why I put the box cutter in there is to make it easier for the resident to break them down. But you are not required to break them down. Just please, if you can, it'll be very helpful. But if not, leave them the way they are. We will break them down. We will take care of them, and we'll take them to where they belong. The same thing with the recycling bins that are inside these trash rooms. I am committed to make sure that every trash room has a recycling bin. So that way, for the residents that are not able to bring it down all the way to the recycling bins on the first floor by the Burr lobby, please, you can put your recycling in that bin. Again, my team will take it to the right area. IL residents, if you guys can, please take them down all the way to the first floor to the Burr lobby. But you are also more than welcome to leave them in these trash rooms as well. I believe this is a community effort, and I believe we can all work together and make sure that it gets done. More things are coming for the recycling. That's probably going to be for the beginning of the new year, but I do want to start some new programs with that and get excited and get going with this recycling program here at Cypress Village. Shampooing carpets. Our carpet machine, we're waiting for one more part. Unfortunately, last time when they came to fix it, what they did wasn't enough to get it working properly. We tried to do the second floor, and the water we were putting out was not getting picked up. So the company is working on getting us the right parts that we need for it. So hopefully we can get it up and running by next week, and we can resume with the carpet shampooing through the hallways. That is all I got for now. I do want to end with the word of the week, of course. Today we're going to do the word recycle, and in Spanish is reciclar. Reciclar. Recycle in Spanish. Thank you all very much. See you around the village.
Happy Friday! This is Lindsay coming to you from dining with some fabulous new news. Well, interesting new news. So we are full speed ahead with the Servery project. It will start on Monday. So starting Monday, Middleton's is going to have reduced hours, but it is just to better service you. So Middleton's is going to run from 11 to 5, straight through, no breaks. So we have the same amount of dining time. We're just putting it together so we can better service you. We want the quality there. We want to give you the best service possible. But with all the updates going on in the back, we're going to have to use our resources the best way. So since Loon's Nest has become such a popular venue that we're very happy that everybody's enjoying, when Middleton's closes at 5 o'clock, we're going to take some of our servers from Middleton's and move them down there to help get it moving and flowing a little bit cleaner, get the service there, get the busing there, so your wait's not as long as it's been. That way we can try to get everybody through as quick as possible. Thank you for allowing us to service you better by giving us the kindness that we're going to need throughout this week. Now also, 4600 is closed this week, so all of you that have made any kind of reservations or anything with me, you've all heard from me that we are all closed this week for 46. It is going to be closed until November 1st. That is when Chef John has his fabulous new menu coming out that no, we do not know what's on it yet. So I know everyone wants to know what's on it, but he likes to hold it to himself to the very end. So as soon as we know, you will know. But until then, we will see you in dining.
Residents, is Chrissy from the Wellness Center here at Cypress Village. I'm here with Melinda and Lindsay from Concierge Home Care. Concierge Home Care and Health Pro Heritage have teamed up to bring you this instructional video on fall recovery. So when gravity takes hold, here are some steps for easy fall recovery.
When you fall, the first thing you want to do is assess your joints to make sure that it's safe for you to attempt to get up. So bend your knees. Good. Raise your arms over your head. Good. As long as you're relatively pain-free, you might have some soreness from the fall, but if there's nothing excruciating, no bleeding, no obvious signs of broken bones, you can proceed to the next step. I want you to roll to your strong side. Good. Once you're on your side, slowly push yourself up onto your hands and bring your knees underneath you. Good. Once on your hands and knees, we want you to move towards a solid surface, preferably a chair that will not rock. Once at the solid surface, place both hands on the seat. Place your strong leg in front of you and gently push up with your arms and your strong leg and ease yourself into the chair. Once in the chair, you need to call your primary doctor or a family member or somebody here at Cypress Village to let them know of your fall.
Good morning, Cypress Village. It's Dawn Epstein, Director of IHS, Cypress Village's own home care agency. Just letting you know, obviously, we are and have been very focused on health and wellness, injury and illness prevention. That's our main goals. We're working a lot with the Wellness Center. We've done a fall prevention program. They're actually videotaping some fall prevention and assistant techniques that you will see in the video today. We at IHS also focus on providing services that can help prevent falls. We can do medication management that will prevent, going to the hospital for over or under medication issues. So we are working with our health and wellness team here to assist with all of those needs. So please reach out to us if you want more information or if we can be of assistance. Also, tomorrow from 10:15 to 12 in the Wellness Center, our nurse, Cindy Goodholm, will be doing free blood pressure clinic for you, and there will be breakfast provided from Concierge Home Health. So they will be there, and we'll be there as well to welcome you. So come and see us in the Wellness Center tomorrow, and have a great weekend. Thank you.
Okay, good morning. This is Wendy Griffith. I am the nominating committee chair, and soon you're going to be hearing from the 5 great candidates that are vying for a position on the Resident Advisory Council. We support them and think they are all very well qualified. They've done their job, they volunteered. You need to do your job and vote. The electronic voting starts October 23rd. It will end November 30th. Then there will be in-person voting on November 6th, and that will end on November 13th. And then November 14th, at that community meeting, we will be announcing the new Resident Advisory Council. You can vote up to 4 candidates. There are 4 positions open. If there are 2 people in one apartment, one of you will have to do electronic voting and the other will have to do manual voting. But please do your part and vote. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is John Delaney. I live in Tower B. My wife Kay and I arrived here about 18 months ago. Upon arrival, we were greeted by a nice lady by the name of Betty, and she was so welcoming and enthusiastic about living here that we said, well, we found the right place. So that is one message that I took from the ambiance that we have here, the welcoming, the positive. And if I were on the council, I would do everything in my possibly to enhance and sustain that attitude. The best example of that attitude is the recent luau party. I've never seen a happier group of senior people in my life. Everybody, great food, great music, and I was so impressed with the staff and how they got into it with everybody, and they looked like they were having a good time. So I'm here to help sustain that kind of activity and enhance it if possible. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Pam Imhalls, running for the Resident Advisory Council this year. I'd like to introduce myself for those who don't know me. I've been here for a little over 5 years with my husband, and I've been on the council for 2 years. I was elected in 2021. So I have worked with the management team. I would like to continue to work with the management team and be a service to the community and all the residents. So it's important that you vote and vote and vote. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay, good morning. My name's Leo Warner, and I'm a born and raised Nebraskan, maybe the only Nebraskan you know in Cypress Village. Got a degree in business from the University of Nebraska at Kearney. And shortly after my graduation, I took a job with a small construction company. The CEO that interviewed me had a big vision for his company, and I got caught up in it and took the job. Shortly after employment, he died at the age of 39 years old of a heart attack. The vice president was an alcoholic. I did not see much future there. I then interviewed with Ford Motor Company and ultimately spent 32 years with Ford Motor Company, mostly in the senior management level. And I think all of that experience at the upper management level really will help me with this position I'm seeking, because Cypress is a big corporation also, and I do understand corporations. After retiring from Ford at the age of 55, my wife said, "You will not retire. You're not going to hang around the house at 55. So I started a small company called Performance Management, and we bought and refurbished substandard property for the rental market. You talk about a risky business. I always worried about whether we paid too much, we put too much money in the remodeling, because it had to be right for the rental market. Well, I did that for quite a while, and finally my wife said I could retire, and I am fully retired now. My life now is a volunteer life. I took all the training for a Stephen minister for the Christ Church. I also volunteer for the Baptist Hospital Beaches, and I also volunteer for the Rhoda Martin School of Early Learning. And I read to 3 and 4-year-olds, and we do show and tell. And you talk about lack of any kind of interest for any length of time, it's a 4-year-old. But we're still working through that. But I really, after a while, felt I needed to volunteer for the Cypress community, and that's why I'm running for this position. I've got the corporate background and also the personal background. We've been residents here since 2 years this November. But I do understand your point of view because I've lived a tough personal life trying to make a buck when you're all by yourself. And we're all by ourselves here. And we've got to make sure that we kind of look out for ourselves. So I think I have the experience in the personal end and the corporate end. I'm fully retired now. I am been married for 63 years. I have three, I forgot about one, 3 children, fully grown, and they do not live at the house, which is very important. I have 5 perfect grandchildren. I would really appreciate your vote. You have a blessed day. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Sheba Wetherill. I'm the mother of 2 daughters, 2 grandsons, a granddaughter, and 4 great-grands. I grew up in a small town called Arab, Alabama. Before moving here, I lived at Redstone Village in Huntsville, Alabama. It was a community similar to Cypress Village. There I held various positions with the Redstone Village Resident Council. Among them were president, treasurer, chairman of the Employee Christmas Fund, and chairman of the Food Committee. While president, I chaired the committee that reviewed and revised the bylaws for the Redstone Village Resident Council and was responsible for purchasing an American flag to display during the council meetings and for saying the Pledge of Allegiance before the council meetings. At Cypress Village, I have interviewed new residents and written bios for the Cypress Log. I'm a member of the Parking Committee and have attended the Activities Planning Committee meetings. I serve as a lector for my church on Sundays. I also gave an author talk about my children's book that I wrote, Little Brown Turtle's Great Adventure. I have volunteered to be on the Employee Christmas Fund this year. I've read the Cypress Village bylaws and to see if there were any similarities with the Redstone Village Residents Council Constitution and bylaws, and found they have a lot of things in common. I've earned a BS in Administrative Science and an MS in Systems Management. Before I retired from Redstone Arsenal, I was the manager of the Hawk Missile Lease Program for Norway and Denmark, and was responsible for conducting program reviews for Norway quarterly and biannually to the State Department. Other positions I have held are in the Order of the Eastern Star in Alabama. I was the head of my local chapter twice, and I served as Grand Representative to British Columbia and Yukon. I was the membership chair for 4 states for our RV club, developed and maintained a database showing recruitment and retention of membership activity. I developed and maintained a database for a special event in my church. I was the owner of a medical alert and electronic medical records company. Through all of these past experiences, I feel that I am well qualified to be a member of the Cypress Village Resident Advisory Council. Thank you.
Good morning, Cypress Village. I'm here as a candidate for the Residents Advisory Council. I want to tell you a little bit about myself so you know who you're voting for. My husband and I raised 2 children. That was my first career because I always wanted to be a wife and a mother. So my first career was successfully raising 2 children, a daughter and a son. And my husband and I felt like we weren't sure who learned from who because our kids taught us probably as much as we taught them. When our oldest graduated from college, I decided it was time for me to go back to school. I was still young and I wanted to have a degree. So all my courses from Michigan State that I had done many years before would transfer, and then I could go on and learn what I wanted to learn. I decided I was going to go into nursing. So I took all the science classes and anatomy and physiology, and I loved every minute of it, loved all the learning and found it so interesting. Then I came to the nursing program at UNF, and I did not like nursing at all. So I had to decide on a new career, and I decided to get my degree in allied health with chemical dependency focus. I learned at UNF that I could do anything, learn anything, if I just took the time to do it. And I enjoyed my time there, and I graduated summa cum laude. And my first job was as a family counselor in an outpatient rehab program. I worked there about a year, and I got a call out of the blue to do an interview. So I interviewed with Mayo Clinic, and they were just opening at that time. I worked for them as a medical secretary for 11 years and retired. And then my husband and I went to a 55 and older community, which we thoroughly enjoyed. And we did some traveling, and we got to help raise our 2 grandchildren that live here in town. 3 years ago, I moved to Cypress Village. I loved it here because there was so much to do. Even with COVID going on, we still had exercise classes to go to and yoga classes to go to. And I loved being a part of all of that. And I loved all the new people that I was meeting all the time. You never run out of a new face to get to know. So I served on the scholarship committee, and I am so proud of Cypress Village's scholarship committee. It's open to part-time and full-time employees, and they can get up to $5,000 as long as they're in an accredited program and maintain a B average. So I think that is really wonderful. I also have been on the editorial board for the Cypress Log, and I also enjoy being a chair for the Healthcare Committee. If you choose to vote for me to be on the Residents' Council, I will do my best to make it a success. And now, at the community meeting, I promised that I would have a football story, another one. This one is from the year of 1968. In the fall of that year, the players on the Jets decided that this would be the year they were going to go to the Super Bowl. So they got together without the coaches, just the players, and decided that if there was any dissension or any problem on the team, they would get together as a team and resolve the problem so it would not be a distraction. They didn't win all their games, but they won enough to be in the championship game, and then they beat the Oakland Raiders to go to the Super Bowl. This is the Super Bowl where Joe Namath said, "We're going to win, I guarantee it." And there was a lot of controversy about that. They thought he was very brash. But he and all the rest of the players knew that they were going to win. And they had 2 words that they put on their Super Bowl ring: poise and execution. And they said if they kept their poise and executed their game plan, they would win. And they did. Paul went back the next year. It was his 10th year. He was one of 20 players that played the whole 10 years of the American Football League. He went back that next season hoping that they might go to the Super Bowl again. It didn't happen, and they have not been there since. So he completed his 10 years and retired. And I am very proud of what he did, and it was fun being a part of it. And I hope you enjoyed the story as much as I enjoyed living it. Thank you.
All righty, good morning, villagers. I'm your substitute teacher again. We have a couple announcements for you over in the maintenance building. So, concrete. We're doing concrete, all of the trip hazards on Middleton Park Circle West. So if you're leaving or coming in, take east, because for a couple of weeks there's going to be some concrete trucks blocking the road. And to keep traffic down, we want you guys to use the east side. And that'll be just for a week or two until next month. The hot water issues in the D-Wing. From the 44 stack to the 47 stack, we've had issues with hot water or people having too much hot water, no cold water. We are diligently working, trying to figure out the situation, and we believe we have it figured out now. So if you have any issues with water, please give us a call at the maintenance building, 6124, and let us know so we can have someone come over and figure out the problem. The greens are still on schedule for the opening day in November. Everything's looking good. We have just a little bit more things to iron out, but everything's still on schedule for our opening day. And then the B elevators. I know you guys have been waiting, but we finally have parts for the B elevator. It should be taken care of soon. We have the parts, just need to get the dates in line so that we can get the B elevators finally working properly. So we have, something's been brought to our attention that we never introduced our new maintenance tech, Rich. So Rich has been here for a while now. He has yet to introduce himself to everyone. He is going to be the one that's going to take care of your AC filters. So be nice to him. He's going to make sure that your AC filters are taken care of. So, Rich.
Hi, guys. Nice to meet you. My name is Rashad. I like to go by Rich. I'm 22 years old. I'm a young maintenance technician with the maintenance department. I will be handling you guys' AC units and other different general maintenance tasks throughout the day and throughout the time that I'm here. I look forward to meeting you all and giving you some clean air.
All right, I'm back, and the first thing I wanted to touch on was, which we did last week, which was one of the first. We're just going to read a culture moment, which is basically a comment card, email, or some type of recognition that a resident had sent in to staff. And we're also thinking about looking at that the other way as well, staff doing nice write-ups about things residents have done. We'll put a little spin on it. We don't have that this week, but look forward to that in the near future. So today I have a email through our app, and it is from a resident named Miss Louise Fontecchio, who most of you know. The associate's name is Evelyn, and she's in the housekeeping department. And basically, Louise said, Evelyn is always so pleasant. She does a thorough job of cleaning, and I love how fresh and clean my apartment looks when she is finished. But what is so special about her is her great attitude. She seems to really genuinely care about us. So big kudos to Evelyn, but also equally kudos to Louise for taking the time out to recognize Evelyn. And Evelyn will get some extra ordinary rewards points for that recognition. So Louise, thank you. Next on the list is Breakfast, Brew, and News. It's a tough one, which we started last month, which is the last Friday of every month, where we're going to do coffee chat in person. Unfortunately, not this week, but next Friday, we are not going to do that in person just due to a couple conflicts that we have. We have a couple, I think, Alzheimer's and another event planned that is going to stretch staffing out a little bit. So in order to do things and do them at the best level we can do it, we are actually going to just postpone brews, news, and breakfast until the following month. So anyway, just a heads up to all the residents out there. Next, I just wanted to touch on our RAC. We had a full Resident Advisory Council meeting yesterday. We discussed the upcoming budget, which is 2024's operational budget. So more to come on that, but we just wanted to let residents know that the 2024 budget has been completed and submitted, not 100% stamped or approved, but as part of the 651 statute, we have to review that with the resident governing body. So just an update there. Also next are in our train/vet lobby where the actual train room caught on fire. We are seeing some movement in that room now in regards to restoring it back to its future use. The future use is going to be a multimedia room of sorts. We have not finalized the name or what we're going to call it. We will let residents get involved with that as well, but the actual physical work in that room has started. It is going to require furniture that is going to take some time, as well as carpet and flooring, but at least we are starting to see some movement in respect to the project itself. So I have a call today at 3 o'clock, so I'm hoping by next week, next coffee chat, I can give you a final decision on what we're going to do with the first floor, the carpet, wall, furnishings, all of those items that we've been talking about for quite some time will hopefully come to finality next week. So more to come there. On the elevators here in the towers, I know it's been still a little sporadic, not ideal, not 100%. I do want to give a big shout out to our elevator committee, Jack Brunell and Doug Broxma. Both have been very, very involved and helpful in helping us make the next steps and the next appropriate steps with respect to hiring a consultant that is going to give us multiple options on where we should really be focusing our future investments in the elevator side of the towers here. So again, a big thanks to Ed and Doug for their time. It has been incredibly invaluable to Dave and myself. So more to come on that. I just wanted to keep everybody posted in respect to elevators. We have not forgot about them. It's just a long, very diligent process. So just be patient there. And last but not least, I'm going to just wrap it up with my favorite part of Coffee Chat, and that is wishing our residents some happy birthdays. Let's see here. Oh, we only have one birthday today, and that is Miss Rita Fincher. Rita, happy birthday to you. On the 21st, we've got two. We've got Mr. Arthur Thomas and Mr. Patrick Basile. Happy birthday to you, gentlemen. On the 22nd, we've got two as well. We've got Miss Patricia Thompson and Bill Shea. Happy birthday to you, too. We have none on the 23rd, but on the 24th, we've got three. We've got Miss Rafaela Myers, Mr. Charles Temple, and Mary Druschel. Happy birthday to you three. And on the 26th, we've got two. We've got Mr. Conley Smith and Mary Beth Mianelli. Happy birthday to you two. And I'm going to wrap it up on the 28th with Mr. Tim O'Hearn, who's the sole birthday boy. Actually, I'm going to go to the 29th. I'm just going to finish out the year. On the 29th, we've got Mr. Leo Janis. Leo, happy birthday. On the 30th, the sole birthday girl is Miss Sue Flatten. And last but not least, on the 31st, we have one birthday boy, and that is Mr. Doug McBride. Happy birthday to all of you residents here coming to the end of October. And that is going to wrap up Coffee Chat. It is a beautiful weekend ahead. Enjoy the rest of the day. Have a great weekend. Thank you for tuning in. God bless everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.